Alright, let's talk about LEGO Ninjago Crystazilled. So, only Lloyd. I really like the fact that he was golden, but I feel like the fight with the Ultra Dragon, or the ninja's powers, I guess, was very unutilized. I mean, come on, a golden Lloyd, a golden Oni Lloyd, and a golden Ultra Dragon. Come on, you know that was going to be fire. But y'all take that away from us and get 4 seconds of screen time for Oni Lloyd, and then the Ultra Dragon fight or whatever. It was just very short. I feel like it should have been longer. I feel like Oni Lloyd would have probably been one of my best / better Lloyd variants. I mean, not variants, just how powerful it would have been. Oni Lloyd would have been so cool. So cool. But it was taken away from us. Okay, so let's talk about LEGO Ninjago, the ninja's dragon swarm. Alright, the golden dragon forms. I feel like they should have been used like true potential, like how they did it in Rise of Snakes, right? They should have been used like true potential. The ninjas would have got it whenever they did some big emotional thing or something, and it would have been cooler. And then at the end, it would have showed them showcasing their powers, and it would look cooler. I feel like them fighting alongside them, and then like they get somehow beat, but then somehow regain, the confidence after they seen everyone, their friends come back, like come and fight with them. It would have been cool. All right, let's talk about Nia's powers lost and her return. All right, Nia's return. I like Nia returning and all. I just didn't really like her losing her powers. I would have loved to see, a dragon form Nia, because we never really got an NRG Nia like until C-Bomb, and I feel like a dragon form Nia would have been cool too. But I guess so. It makes sense with her coming back from the sea. She would be disconnected because she was connected to the sea, so her powers would have slowly come back to her and recognize her as a normal person. But another thing about Nia's return is, didn't any of the ninja have like any common sense? Like, couldn't you just throw her in the freezer? Like, that would have been a pretty lot simpler. I mean, come on, Nia would have been in the freezer fine, and none of them had to do all that rushing, and they wouldn't probably have gone to jail. So yeah. Alright, let's talk about the villains now. So you see, I like the villains returning, like really probably who's been gone from the series 5 years, right? I guess I could talk about Garmadon since he was really a villain too. So I like Garmadon returning, but like Garmadon just being in Vinny's apartment or whatever, it didn't really make sense. I mean, I guess so, it was just for a gag, but like I would have loved to see Garmadon in like a village or something, protecting them from crystal warriors and stuff, learning compassion from a bunch of villagers. That would have been cool. But nevertheless, I like Garmadon returning and stuff. And I'll get back to the villain in Council of the Crystal King second. Come on, the Council of Villains? That sounds pretty fire. All honesty, that sounds pretty fire, but still, it didn't still work out. I mean, come on, the villains were very underutilized so much. I mean, it was really overshadowed by Lloyd and Hiromi. They really didn't showcase more of their ruthlessness, I guess, but I would love to see that. I would love to see like everyone in like the ninja going against like their mortal enemies somewhat. Them learning not to defeat them and not be scared, and then regaining their elemental weapons back. That would have been a good idea, but nevertheless, they did well with the idea of what they ran with. But anyway, now let's talk about Lloyd and Hiromi's relationship. Come on, who really didn't like that shit? A princess who lost her parents, and a boy who became the destined green ninja and pretty much was the son of an evil father and a distant mother, a mother who abandoned him. Come on, who really didn't like that shit? But I think they did good with this shit. Honestly, all honesty, they did good with it. I like Hiromi coming, like, snapping out of it and being like, oh, the Overlord's evil and stuff, and that Lloyd was wrong, and blah, 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 and that, yada, yada. Excuse me. Excuse me. But I just feel like, is Hiromi good now, or is she still bad? Because at the end of the season, they didn't really clarify guess what Lloyd did clarify, you could say it, because he said she's with us now and she would be helping us rebuild, but they didn't really clarify it. I think it's up to them to clarify about their relationship, because I think their relationship could go well if Hiromi doesn't do any stupid stunts or anything. And another thing, I really like that scene of where Lloyd went digging for Hiromi. Even though she tried to kill him, he really went digging for her. That showed how much their relationship was really should have not been that toxic. But anyway, let's talk about Mr. E. Alright, Mr. E is probably everyone's favorite Ninjago villain. Almost everyone's anyway. So Mr. E, right, or Mr. F you may say, I feel like was very underutilized as a villain. Come on. We got like how many screen time with him? Like altogether probably 2 minutes. And come on, I wanted to see E and Zane score up again. I mean, I guess we did see that, but it was unfair terms because Mr. E didn't have powers and Zane was in his dragon form, so yeah. But anyway, I wanted to see like score up of Zane and Mr. E again. That would have been so fire if they animated it so good. It would have been so fire, and if they scripted it so good, but no, nevertheless, never think it happen. But you know what? I'm fine with what happened in this season, and overall, I give this season like a 9 out of 10 because it really did showcase Lloyd and Garmadon's relationship. You know, they did do a lot with that, but still never brought closer to it. You know, they tried to do it at the end of the season, but didn't do it. So a 9 out of 10 is not that bad, and really that good. I mean, it's not that bad for LEGO Ninjago season, but for like an ending of this series. But I know Ninjago's not over, but they still got another series coming out. But for like a season like this, should have been at least a 9.5, maybe that, or maybe a 10. But nevertheless, Crystazilled has flaws, but I really still like this season a lot, and I think it was kind of a good way to end it off on. And I really liked everyone coming to help rebuild the monastery, you know, the place where it all started. Well, really started at Kai's workshop, but where the way of the ninja really started, at the monastery. And this is my closing ending, and I'll make an update video, and probably over the weekend, after I'm done voicing over the lines for the upcoming episodes. So, yeah, bye guys, thanks for watching, and see you later. Well, it turns out I'm still not technically done, but I think Garmadon's fake out death, I feel like it would have showcased how evil the Overlord was and willing to go to prove that he was all the most powerful. But nevertheless, it was still a fake out death. I mean, I'm happy about that a little bit, but I feel like someone should have died in Crystazilled. You know what? Who should have died was probably Wu. You know, I feel like Wu should have gone out, not like terribly like getting knocked off the cliff or anything, but he should have gone out like something like, you know how Splinter did in the 2012 Ninja Turtle series. I know that would have been dark, but come on, Ninjago has gone dark like that before. They have. So why couldn't they done that for Wu? I mean, it would have been good to see a barrel scene and stuff. I guess so. It would have motivated the ninja to be even more, you know, willing to fight the Crystal King. It would have been good, but no, nevertheless, I guess it was fine. It's fine. This season is still 9 in my opinion. 9 out of 10 in my opinion. But it could have done better for, you know, a final season of this series, of the 2011 series, because it's still got the 2023 series coming out. But really, it was really good. I really like this. For my childhood, I mean, I really didn't start watching Ninjago until like I was like 6, but it really did good for like an 11-year run. It really did good, but it's still not over. It's still got a series coming out, you know. I mentioned this like 20 times, but other things, thanks for you guys for watching. And I heard y'all really thought I was really that done from ranting. And I know I seem like I'm nitpicking a little bit, but I really still do love this series a lot. And this season a lot too. And I think it just could have done better for what it really was. A final season. But anyway, see you guys later, and I give y'all that update video. I don't know when, but I'll post it over the weekend probably. And bye.